So, Peter, for game one, who's going to win?
I think the Buffalo Bills got that one in the bag. The Cardinals have not been doing as well over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we're going to beat the Cardinals. Their quarterback is just coming back, and so probably not going to be up to snuff. So next, Peter's game two. What do you think?
So the Dolphins have been getting better and better, and they had a very strong showing at the end of the season last year. We usually get our losses out of the way in the beginning. We have 2 games against the Dolphins this year, and I think that we're going to lose the first.
That first game is going to be a tough one. It's away. For some reason, the Bills don't play quite as well when they're down trying to squish the fish. Okay, Peter, here we are, number 3, the third game.
Jacksonville has been beating us the last couple of years, but honestly, I think that it's time for the winds to change, and I think just by probability's sake, we should get them this time.
Now we also have Gabe Davis is now on their team, so I think our team's going to be fired up, and I think it's going to be a Monday night game, big game on national TV, and we're going to win that one. So, Peter, next is week 4 away against the Ravens. So what do you think?
We got to pick sometimes for the Bills to lose, as much as I hate saying that. And I would say that the Ravens is one of the toughest teams that we're going to be facing during our season. And so I would pick the Bills to lose on that one.
The Bills are going to be fired up after the win the previous week. And I think they're going to come and going to be a squeaker, and we're going to win that game. Week 5 against Houston. Our great player Diggs is now down with Houston, so that's going to add a little dynamics to this game. So what do you think about this one?
I think that we're gonna beat them whether they have Diggs or not. His production has been a little bit lower as of late. I think we got that one in the bag.
I don't know if they're going to have enough time to build that rapport with their quarterback and Diggs. I mean, that's really you really need to be right on, and so I agree. I think we're going to win that game. Okay, Peter, now we're on week 6 with the Jets. What do you think about this one?
I think we got the Jets wrapped up. I mean, they're nowhere near where we're at, and the East is ours, and we're going to win. I think that Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but he doesn't have the same physicality that Josh Allen has. And Josh Allen is just going to jump right over him, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're gonna beat those guys.
Yeah,
there we go. Okay, week 7, we got the Tennessee Titans at home, and they're used to some warmer weather.
So I got a lot of respect for the Titans. They got a great running back. They're not as good of a team as the Buffalo Bills, and so I think we're going to win that.
This is not going to be a real close game, I don't believe. I think it's going to be a game that we're going to win by more than 7. Week 8. Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, even though we're away, the Seahawks do not put fear in my heart. I think the Bills are going to win that one easily. Our team is starting to gel together, and they're cool professionals. I think they can take any kind of time change.
Okay, well, I'm in 100% agreement with you. I think we're going to have 2 big wins in a row. My hope is we're going to beat them by 10. Dolphins at home.
I predicted that they were going to lose to the Dolphins on the first game, but honestly, I think that the second game at home with the Bills Mafia energy, I think we're going to win.
The Dolphins don't always play the greatest in the cold, and now there might be snow. The other thing is, I believe it's going to be a must-win for the Bills, and with the Bills Mafia, the Colts away, a big matchup.
So the Colts is one of those teams I actually have a lot of respect for as well. And honestly, I have been to a game where we've absolutely fallen apart. If we're going to pick a random game against a mid-tier team to lose against, I'm going to pick this one.
I have some concerns about this. It all comes down to, are we healthy? If we're healthy, I think we're going to win this game. All right, now, Peter, we have week 11 against the Chiefs. This is going to be a crazy game. So what do you think about this one?
Yeah, the Chiefs coming off winning the Super Bowl. I think that we might lose this game in the regular season. I hope and pray that leads to us flip-flopping and winning in the postseason.
I would love to crush them in the postseason. If it's not a must-win game for the Bills, I think we might lose that game, and the goal is crush them in the playoffs. Okay, week 13, at home against the 49ers. How did we get such a crazy end of the season?
I honestly think that we can beat the 49ers. And even though they have a strong run game, the Bills have a strong defense. I think that we can take them.
Our defense is going to really have to be strong to be able to beat this team. We might lose that game. And so I hope we don't. This is going to be big against the Rams. I believe it's a must-win game.
It is a must-win game because the Rams are a good team, but they're a mid-tier team, right? They're not the top of the top, but they're pretty good. I would say that we're going to be able to beat them.
I believe we're going to beat them, and I think at this point, our team is going to be really gelling.
And honestly, I feel like they were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but honestly, they haven't been showing up as much the last couple years since then. I think that we still got them.
Peter, Week 15, Bills at Lions. What do you think about this one?
The Lions have been on a huge upswing, as we all know, but the problem is it may have been something that is not going to continue, and I think the Bills will be able to beat them this time as well.
They made the playoffs last year, and that was fantastic for that city, and everyone in that city loved it. I don't think they're going to do quite as well this year, and I'm confident the Bills are going to crush them. First game against the Patriots.
We're going to stomp the Patriots. Honestly, they have not been much of a threat.
I believe that the Bills are going to crush them. And I agree that without having, once they lost Brady, and they've been going downhill ever since. Peter, Jets at home. This is going to be big. Odds are it's a must win. So what do you think?
We excel in those must-win situations. Josh Allen turns something on. We're going to walk in there and absolutely crush them going right into the postseason. We've knocked them out of the playoffs plenty of times. We can do it again.
It's our year, and we're going to beat them. And because this is going to be one of those years we're going to excel in the playoffs. Last game of the season at New England.
Yeah, it's either going to be an easy win if we got our starters playing, or it's going to be a close one because we're playing a weak team.
Well, I mean, the reason we're not going to have our starters in is that we've already locked up the playoffs. We don't want to yet have Josh Allen hurt. We don't want our starters hurt. And so I believe at this point in the season, we'll have locked up the playoffs, and it's going to be, we want to win the game, but we're not going to need to win the game.